This episode is meant to be encouragement for authors who feel like, oh, the Susan Lucci of Kidlit. Like, if you remember All My Children, she's the actress that never got nominated for an Emmy. Well, she finally did, but whatever. So if you feel like you've been looked over for awards and it kind of gets to you, that's what I want to talk about today. And paradoxically, I'm going to talk about this in the context of an award I did win. But bear with me because it does make sense. So I heard from my agent that I had been nominated for this Bookstore Award. Well, I'd never heard of the Bookstore Award, so of course I went to the internet and I looked it up. It is a prestigious youth award in Germany. Bookstore is located on the north end of Germany. They are book crazy there, and every year they award a book. That can come from anywhere in the world, published the year before. There's a committee of 12 adults and 12 youths, and they vote on 6 books that have been nominated to figure out which one gets the award. So the prize comes with a nice purse, and they have this walkway through town called the Boulevard. It's like their Walk of Fame, where they put the plaques that have the winning title and the author name, and they put them in their boulevard. It's a boulevard, okay, they're bulls. The prize that you get is this big metal bull, which is named after Ferdinand the Bull from the story of Ferdinand. My book is Wild Bird in the United States. In Germany, it was translated, and the title was translated also into 8 Wochen Wüste, which is 8 weeks desert. This year, because of COVID, they live streamed it on YouTube. We tuned in. I got one of Mark's cowbells because it's the bull, right? We called it the bull bell, and we got some of his drumsticks. The ceremony started, and of course, everything was in German. I didn't understand what they were saying. And they had a video clip that they got from each of the 6 authors, and then they also made a mini movie that was a scene from each of the authors' books. So the one that they did for Wild Bird was just amazing. I loved the selection that they chose. It was when Ren is learning to make fire out of just friction, and other kids in the camp who are not allowed to talk to her until she can build a fire on her own with friction. They start beating on the billy pots, clink, clink, clink. It's the way they did this scene was really great, and it didn't matter that I didn't speak German. There was that, and then they interviewed the people who are in the committees. There was a lot of like preamble, and then finally they showed the graph of what book got the most votes, and they had a dynamic graph where these little blue lines went up. So I was watching there with my cowbell and my stick, and the line for 8 Wochen Wüste went up, 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 and it stalled in 3rd place. And I'm like, oh, I was a little bummed. But you know what? It really is an honor to be nominated. Everybody says that. It's an honor to be nominated. And they mean that. It really is an honor to be nominated. But winning is so much more fun, which I do know because I've been nominated for 5 Edgars, and the one time I won was a whole lot more fun than the times that I did not. So it is fun to win. Nobody's denying that it's fun to win. But coming in 3rd place was respectable. And so I was consoling myself that it was respectable. And then there was some more like German talk, and then another chart appears on the screen. And this time, I recognized the word Jungen, which means youth. So the blue lines start going up again. So then I realized what this is these are the youth votes. These are the 12 youth votes. And what I had seen before were the 12 adult votes. So the 12 youth votes start going up, 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 up. And then Wild Bird just keeps going. It goes up, 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 up. I was so excited. Then they opened the envelope for who the winner was. And they said, which I understood, that the winner was Acht Wochen Wüste. So we clanged the bell and it was very exciting. And then they called me from Germany and they sent me all sorts of stuff. They gave me little stickers that I could put on my books. It was just like, I want to go to Bookstore Award. Okay, I want to go to Bookstore Award and I want to see my little name in a plaque on their little boulevard. But the point is, this is the point. I made a chart of the youth votes and the adult votes. And you can see that Wild Bird is book number 6. It came in first with the youth and third with the adults, with the average of the two yielding the winning prize. But really what's interesting is that if you look at books 3 and book 5, you will see that they were the 2 favorite titles of the adults and the 2 least favorite titles for the youth. They were the 2 favorite titles for the adults and the 2 least favorite titles for the youth. So what does that tell you? So state awards in the United States are voted on by students, by kids. That's not to say they're not hugely influenced by adults, but they're voted on by the students. Whereas the major youth literature awards in the United States are all voted on by adults and only adults. Awards do have an influence on an author's career, some more than others obviously, but not winning awards can influence an author's feeling of self-worth in the industry, and it shouldn't. The skill that influences a kid's academic success across the board more than anything else is the ability to read. And if a kid has not yet clicked into reading, they're going to struggle academically. So if what you're writing is overlooked by adult award people, but loved by kids, you may actually be a more successful writer than those who write books that are prescribed by adults for kids, but that kids don't actually like. Instilling kids with a love of reading is actually the best prize of all. Not because it changes your career, but because it changes their lives. So even if it's a prize that doesn't come with a fancy sticker or a big metal bull that you can put up on your mantle, it's a different kind of prize. And it's the one that we kid-lit authors need to keep our eye on always. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Remember to keep your eye on the prize, and I'll see you next time.
Ja, liebes Publikum, Wendelin Van Draanen, herzlichen Glückwunsch. 8 Wochen Wüste, großartig. Und hier auch wieder ein Unterschied. Preisverleihung digital machen müssen.
I need a translation.